What's up, Tribal Acre fam, and welcome to Farming the Land with Brand. Today, guys, we are about to build a brand new calving hutch area. And it's going to kind of be similar to what we just built here with the hoop house cattle panels for our brooder, but we're talking over double the size of that thing. So we're going to a 40-foot wide. That's a total of 10 of these panels, and we're going to run it with out the back of the actual hutch that's covered is going to actually open up into a pasture. So by doing that, not like a pasture, but like a 4-foot by 20-foot walking area for each of them to actually get some mobility, being able to move, walk around, and not be stuck on the hutch the whole time, because I don't want that. But we raised our last set of bottle calves in a group area, kind of. It didn't work too great for us. We lost almost half the batch. We lost all of our heifers, which is what we didn't want to lose. We didn't want to lose any, but we definitely want to lose any heifers. But we kept almost all of our bull calves, which are now all steered out besides one, which is tribal. But we lost all our heifers because they were all together. We got each other sick. It was very hot here in Florida during that time, so it just didn't work out well for us. But this time it's February, it's January, sorry, it's January, and we'll be getting them hopefully by the end of this week. So it's still gonna be nice and cool out, not too hot warm here in Florida, and we're gonna contain them from getting each other sick by hutching them in their own individual hutches like they should be. So we're gonna actually solve that issue this time. So but you guys are gonna come along the journey. As you can see, wood fence for days. Yes, so there's a lot of stuff that is here for this project, but we're going to be doing a little differently than that. At the same time, I'm not going to show you as we go. You'll see how it ends up looking, but it's going to, of course, has to be opened up along one side in order to actually allow them to get out of that hutch area. So we're going to build it off of some posts and a board running across about 4 foot high. So you'll kind of see how that runs and how that works out for us or whatever. But that's kind of the plan. So I have to build this. It's Wednesday. I'm trying to have this done by Friday. It's already 2:03. We harvested some corn shins this morning, about 15 of them, in our little small tractor. The big tractor's not ready yet, so it wasn't a big batch. Didn't take us too long, but it's now 2 o'clock. It gives me 2 hours and a half before I start farm chores, and then it gets dark. So we're gonna get as much done as possible today. I would like to get the main frame hopefully done, but we'll see. But anyways, follow along, guys. Enjoy the video, and let's get this bread. All right, guys. So I'll go ahead and hit you up with this first update here on what we're looking at. Okay. So first side, I think I'm only going 3 high. This is my side, so these will end up being cut off probably, but this will be the main side that I walk in. 3-foot walkway for me, 40 foot long, 3-foot walkway. But as you can see, both posts are in on both sides here, and then we've marked off each individual hutch. So hutches are here 4 foot apart all the way down this line, and I actually mark these different to actually make sure that they're really straight. So just an idea when you guys do something like this is I ran the rope around the middle so it's a straight line, and we just mark actually down the middle of them as we measure so that we keep the post perfectly in line, don't get off at all. So that's kind of how I did the post, the way our lines stay intact and everything. So that's it for now, guys. But so we got done here in the last 30 minutes or so. So I'm gonna bury these posts in, and then we'll toss the top board on for the cattle panels start. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, so we're on the next phase. I actually did 2 phases in this last part here. I told you we were starting the posts, which we did, and then went ahead and built the end walls as well. So here is the row of posts. So this is in each 4-foot section for calving area that'll be built off. and closed off all the way along. There's 10 spots, and I went ahead and built the walls for the most part. So this is 6 high. Now once I get to this part, I'm not sure if I'm going to add more boards or how I'm going to finish closing it. And I want to kind of see, because I'm not sure how high I'm going to sit once we actually toss those on. But as you can see, we got both sides done. These all the posts are in, and now we're going to go on to the next part, which will be tossing on the 2x4 that'll run all the way across the top here to that side. And then what we'll do then after that is connect the cattle panels to it and run it over and go ahead and connect them. That way we can actually get the actual enclosure part done, because once we get that done, then we can actually start measuring out 7 feet, and then we can actually start attaching our frames for our doors all the way along here. And then after we do that, we will attach the boards for each section, and then the doors for each one as well, all the way down. So we're moving quickly. It's the next day. This is pretty much what we got done last night. So yeah, we're on to the next phase. So let's get this stuff done. I want to get as much, I would like to get this finished today. I don't know what's going to happen. My covering for it will be here tomorrow. I'll get the calves on Saturday, which is 2 days away. So I think I can have it easily done by then, because that's where we get all this done. Then we have to build our fence sections as well. So got a lot to do today, guys. Stay tuned. And yeah. Let's go. Alright guys, so we now have the boards across the top here all the way down. So next what we're going to do is, instead of like the hoop house here, we're going to run the panel from the top of this so that this stays open, and we're going to scoop it over to the edge of that frame down there. So we're going to have like 3/4 of a hoop, and that will allow us to be able to keep this opening. We're going to see how that looks here in a second, of course. And I actually might try and do is create some type of overlap even with the panel to give more of a covering, to keep rain from even coming in this way. So I'm going to see what we can do there here in just a second. But this part's done. All we did was to take the 2x4s, attach from end to end all the way down. Now we can attach the cattle panels from here over to here. So we're going to do that now. Okay, so we're back, day 3. This is the second actual full day for the most part. Yesterday I had some things going on that I didn't get to work completely all day on this, but for the most part we worked mostly all day on it. But I'm going to show you guys what happened last time we checked in. Now I'm not doing a lot of time lapse because it'd be super long, but I got more done than I was expecting without doing at least a check-in or whatever, but just ran into some time issues. But we've got the roofing on. I'm going to explain to you the issues that you might run into if you do this. And we also have 6 of the hutches almost fully built, so I'll get at least some of that on film today. But here it is, guys, so far. As you can see how we ran the cattle panels here, and like the other one, and it's much larger, so this made it much more difficult to keep it more straight. Is you see that I added an overhang instead of tucking it down to create the hoop, so that we keep rain down from getting into the hutches once we cover this and attach it probably down here, I'm guessing. And then you see that we hoop up over here, and this is the door frame that we've cut out. As you can see, I added a couple more boards. Instead of going 4 high, we went 1 2 3 6 7 8 9 10 high. Okay, so we went 10 boards high here. It covers the first cow for the most part, and I think the tarp hopefully will cover the rest of it. If not, we'll figure that part out, but for the most part that cow will be covered in here. But the issue that we ran into in doing this, also we have a big grading here, so it grades down slowly all the way down, so it makes it you can tell the panels kind of slope down with it, and also of course the whole thing does. So it throws it off a little bit, but for the most part the roof still looks great. But what we ran into, because of the grade down, and maybe something else we did, was every panel that we put on, the next one would be like bowed weird and not sit right. So what we just did is we put this first one in, we connect it to here first after pushing it into there and lifting the panel up over it, and then we'd have to adjust this side and nail it down. Once we did that, we would adjust it on that board over there, right there, over there, and we would nail it in straight. Now we would get an end product that didn't look straight and they weren't touching at all. So what we ended up doing once we got done with all of it is we took zip ties and we pulled all the pieces together, pulled the zip ties really tight, and then made us produce, for the most part, a really straight line where all of our panels are connected, and it's not going to look really weird and have a bunch of gaps. So we zip tied. So I suggest that if you do this and you run them next to each other instead of overlapping, it's hard to do overlapping in this kind of way because of how we set up the overhang. So how we set up the overhang, it's not going to allow as much for overlapping like we did on the other one. So we just ran them next to each other, and then you just run zip ties and bring them together all along the seams. And as long as you run everything else straight, eventually it should match up just like that. Next that we started doing was the hutches. So as you can see, the hutches 4 feet across, 7 foot long, plenty of room for a calf. They don't even usually get that much room. It's like I want to say it's a 4x6 sometimes, maybe less, that they put hutches in. But this hutch is more than big enough for, you know, a calf to be in. And I mean, you could really fit a full size cow could fit in one of these things. But of course we're not doing that. But I want to make sure they have enough room also get out of the weather elements, that thing. So here's where we're at today. Cut the door frame out. All we did was we ran the boards all the way across. This is just to make it easier. And then once I attached the first frame for the door, I just sawed down all the way down, get our door frame nice and straight. We got to build the door for here, but first hutch here, second hutch here. And all we did for this is the same thing we did on the other hoop house. We ran the board from the ground up to the top here, attach right there to the top of that. And then what I do is I attach the first bottom board first on that thing, measure it out. We're 86 3/4 to here, and it makes it 4 feet right here. So 86 3/4 first board out. We take the 2x4, stick it down on the ground, leveled up to this thing. Then we cut this board after we mark it, and then we attach it, and then attach the two other ones. Our separation for the boards is 10 inches and 3/4 to 7/8 of an inch in between each gap. So we have 6 of those done right now. As you can see, 3 foot walkways, plenty of room. And then we just got to run the last 4 here, and then I of course have to add a couple more boards there to make it look like that side right there. But that's where we're at. For the most part, everything turned out pretty good. I might have to adjust like this panel here, but it's okay, I guess. We could roll with it, but this last panel just ran a little long, so we had to cut it, and it just made it hoop up weird. But I can disconnect these, and I might fix that. But anyways, this is where we're at, guys. So follow along. Let's get this thing done today. We still got to do the fencing for it, so we got to get started. So yeah, I hope that made sense and kind of like where we're at. I know we jumped ahead a bit more than I would have liked to, but it happened. So trying to explain it the best to my ability. Also, if you guys do posts like this the same way to create the hutch areas, my suggestion would only be, because when attaching these, it puts so much pressure on these posts, it starts to push them out, is if you want to, I say at least concrete every post in, and then you won't get any pushback from it, and that might have caused some of our issues as well. That's error on my part, but I did it first so that hopefully you guys can either make it better and fix some of the issues that we ran into. But even though I did push the post out a little bit, I ended up connecting the bottom boards to it along with it, and it helped keep us pretty straight, and we don't have much of a sway at all, or a dip even. It's not too bad now, but I think we're going to do good. So just stay tuned, guys, today for what happens to see this thing finished, and then get the calves in here tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Okay, so it is now officially third day of working on this calving area. Plan is to finish it today. I'm going to show you the progress we made yesterday. I was trying to get it finished yesterday, but yeah, that honestly probably didn't come as close as I wanted to at all of that. But I'm going to show you everything we got done, everything that is currently in progress. See what we got going on here. Okay, so we got all the posts in the ground. As you can see, all posts in the ground, and actually some of the fencing is on as well. So we have the back strip of fencing on all the way across here, and then as you can see here, our meetups to close off on both sides. We have one section done currently, and that is right here. So this section, as you can see, already closed off with the calf. Got every other section left to do, of course, so it's 9 sections left. I'm gonna get that done today, of course, and I'm planning on getting everything done today because change of plans, I actually pick up the calves tomorrow. So I have 6 doors, 5 or 6, I think 6 doors done. So here's what we did for the doors. We got to, of course, put I think a strip of fence is what we're going to do to cover all these holes. But as you can see, what we did with the doors is, of course, I use this 1x3 by 8 that I use, and then cut them down. You need 2 of these to complete a door. We went 40 inches high, and then our average length is 42 inches wide, and 40 inches high is what we go. So that runs a board, 2 boards for each door, and then I have 2x4s that I just had laying over. It gives the door some more stability, makes it a little stronger, and plus you ran our latches off of it. And instead of actually running our latches to the metal piece that comes with it, we just drilled a pilot hole in here with we ran a 7/16 paddle bit for these latches, and then drill all the way through the board, and now we can perfectly lock right in there, and the door is not going anywhere at all. I like that idea much better. It actually angles our doors in some, which I kind of like. And it's nothing, you don't have to worry about the metal move in or anything like that. I feel it's going to work a lot better sliding in and out of that hole. To me, it's going to make it much stronger as well. So we've gotten 6 of those done. I got 4 left to do, and we got to finish putting up the fence. After that's done, we just have to wire these in. We have to toss the tarp in, which came in, so we have to toss our covering on, and then we have to start actually setting up the areas with our buckets for water, for feed. We got to put down our bedding, but the main part is getting this thing finished today so that we're good to go come tomorrow. So here's today to finishing it, and you guys seeing the finished product, and us putting some new baby bottle calves in here, man. Super excited. All right, so here we go. Day 3, really day 4, but day 3, full day 3, and not just an hour or 2 working. But let's just go day 3. Let's get started. All right, Trouble Acre fam, trying to figure out how to use my new, I got one of those things from a GoPro that actually keeps it steady, guys. I can't get it around in my face. Come on, get over here. Get over here. Nice, nice. Oh, whoa, whoa, whack. All right, we're here. All right, guys. Okay, so we're here, nonetheless. Okay, so what we got going on. So, anyways, we got the calf hutches, one big calf hutch, whatever, done, guys. Like I said, I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to with, putting on time lapse and stuff, but I'm gonna walk you guys kind of through it being finished. Tarps on, fencing's done, everything. Let me try and give you guys the full experience here, okay? Yeah, so I got one of these whatever the stabilizers things, and they're like controlled for the GoPro. So it's supposed to stay with me wherever I go, so I can't do that the spinny thing like I'm doing right now. And okay, now it's rolling. Okay, never mind, it is spinning. All right guys, so outside right here guys, calf hutch up. Yeah, nice. Okay, so this is it. You see the door that we just took these extra boards off of here, and those are here. Okay, so then sorry, I'm trying to move this thing around guys, I'm talking, I'm confusing myself. Anyways, the boards we ran here in the beginning, and now cut this door out, and we just use those to help make the door. Then we just attach a latch, and then you guys have seen a lot of this already, but here is the finished product inside guys. Look at that. Yeah, sorry, these 2 buckets are out. I'm not done yet putting everything in here, but look at this guys. Amazing. I love how it turned out in here. So yeah, we have all the doors in, everything's done. Look at the fence chutes. So you can see out there all the fences that we got. These are our buckets. We're gonna do bucket bottle feeding, so we have all these up. But yeah, see the little lanes here, down here. Latch opens in, then we go inside, then we have our 4-foot area or whatever, and then we have our lane that comes out here, 20-foot out fencing area. I'll kind of show you guys that here in a minute, once I get at showing you guys that. I think I've already showed you guys how we're using the latch system. Then we're going to go down here. We go all the way down. Of course, all 10 stalls are exactly the same. The only problem we ran into guys with the tarp is I shorted myself, and I think I built a little too far on one side. As you can see, this pin is a bit larger. It's like 5 foot compared to 4, so we added a foot. So what happened was up top here, boom, yeah, you see it, the extraness. Yeah, our tarp, that's 40 feet. We ran, you know, about 1.5 feet short. So with that being said, we kind of just had to attach here. We still run a 4-foot gap though in this pin right here. So in this pin, we still got 4 foot. It doesn't cut off to like right here. So it still should protect the cow from the rain. Just because adding another one is just gonna make it look weird. But of course, how down here at the end, how tall it is down here, we're about to do here and stack it up. But I'm sure you guys don't care a whole lot to see. Whether you guys see that or not, you know the concept that we have. So I'm just gonna build some more boards up, attach them anyways. But yeah, this is the area guys. So it looks really good, turned out really good. But as you can see out here, once we get out here, here is the fencing areas from the outside, and then you got the overhang here, this overhang with the tarp. This is actually the end of it. We run out, overhang, keeps the rain out as much as possible. And then we have, of course, here our fence line that runs 20 foot out from the structure. And then from here, we have the thing. As you can see now that the tarp's on, you see how it slowly grades off to the right? Yeah, that's because we don't have a lot of flat land out here. So most of the time I just adjust with it, and the structures don't end up being perfectly straight, even though I try to adjust for them as much as I can. That's just how it turns out sometimes. So the thing, look, I mean, I'm not building a house, so to me it's, you know, functionality is most important for us here on the farm. It doesn't always look exactly the prettiest, but we're looking for functionality. Now, I'm not saying I don't try to make it look really nice, because I mean, I feel like most stuff we do here looks good, but at the same time, even especially if you're using cheap materials, sometimes it's more about functionality than looking really pretty. We're raising animals, trying to make them in the safest environments we can. So I feel like it turned out really good though. So especially the cost that we spent on this thing, guys, to do something this 40 foot long by what is it, 10 foot wide, to spend almost under $1,000 to build something like this, super cheap. So this, guys, is something definitely achievable, doable, and these pins have multiple uses. So we have 4 foot at least by 8 foot pins here, not 8 foot, 7 foot pins, 4 by 7. We have sheep, we have goats, guys, you name it. We're gonna use these pins after the calves are out, when we're not calving in here, we're doing bottle calves in here. We're gonna use these pins for birthing pins for our sheep, for our goats. So we'll have plenty of pins to do that in, because they all should be having, you know, baby lambs, baby goats, all here by April. So these will be open by then. All the cows will be out in the group pen by then. So we'll be able to use these things for that reason. So these are going to have multiple uses for us for years to come. And we can always edit this and, you know, reconstruct it to be whatever we want in the future if we don't do bottle calves anymore, because we're producing enough cows that we don't need to get bottle calves. But I don't see why we can't, you know, if anything, if we shrunk it down to only 3 or 4 of these in the future, and then open this up for something else in here, or ran our, you know, milking cows in here, or I don't know, guys, we could run a lot of stuff in here. We could use it for storage and close off the sides. We can do a lot of stuff. So just to think, there's a lot of versatility that can go into this thing, and even with it being like this, it's super versatile. So I don't know, I'm excited. So I just want to show you guys the finished product of what we look like, of what it's looked like, what we end up doing. So we're just super excited. I'm going to pick up the calves tomorrow, and we will have them by tomorrow in here, and I will make sure I get that on video, guys. But yeah, we're just super excited about it, how it turned out, you know, everything like that. So anyways, guys, hold on, guys, I got myself all over the place right now. Anyways, guys, okay, I think that'll work how I just did it. But all right, guys, so I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Man, I hope that this is a concept that you guys can use, that it works well for you guys. We're excited about it, putting the calves in here, guys, and everything else. Hold on, I was trying to flip you guys around, but I'm gonna show you it ain't gonna happen right now. Hold on, flip upside down, see if I can get you guys a little upside down or something. Low. Yeah, I'm trying to get it straightened back out, guys, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just stuck on me now. So I'm not sure how I got it to flip like how it is right now, but it just happened. Okay, so the camera's backwards. So anyways, all right, guys, I'll see you guys later on the next video, guys. Peace out. Thanks for joining me at Farming Land.